From bottlenecks or the bullwhip effect to manufacturing and production, you could learn a ton of real-world supply chain principles from playing video games. Here's our pick of the top 5 games that teach you supply chain management. We're starting out simple with a classic and one of my personal favorites, Lemonade Stand. This 1970s business simulator is one of the oldest, but don't let it fool you. It's packed with real-world supply chain lessons. You manage inventory, adjust pricing, and forecast demand based on factors such as customer behavior and weather. Set the wrong price, overproduce, don't have enough inventory, you either make a profit or run out of stock. It's basic, but it nails the fundamentals of demand forecasting and business strategy. Now let's add in a little bit of complexity. Big Pharma is a game where you're put in charge of a pharmaceutical company and it's your job to research, manufacture, and distribute medicine profitably. This means managing a supply chain of raw materials, optimizing production lines, and keeping an eye on market demand. Oh, and if you overproduced or waste materials, you're burning cash. This game does a great job of showing how supply chains balance efficiency, cost, and real-world constraints. Supply chains don't just exist in warehouses. They depend on infrastructure. In city skylines, bad road planning can lead to congested highways, delivery delays, and struggling businesses. You have to think about railways, ports, and trucking routes, just like in real-world logistics. Ever wonder why your package takes longer than normal? Well, if you play this game, you'll begin to see where things break down in a city's supply chain. A kitchen is just a mini supply chain, and Overcooked teaches you how fast things fall apart when one step goes wrong. You're constantly managing the workflow of cooking, plating, and serving, and if one person messes up, everything gets backed up. The game forces you to think about process efficiency, teamwork, and why supply chains rely on smooth operations. Most importantly, it's a great way to practice keeping calm when shit hits the fan, which is a vital lesson in supply chain management. Today's honorable mention isn't your normal video game, it's a classic supply chain simulator taught in business schools all around the world. Developed at MIT, the beer distribution game teaches you about the bullwhip effect, where small changes in demand can have massive impacts upstream. In this game, you manage inventory for a simple supply chain: retailer, wholesaler, distributor. But as demand fluctuates, small miscalculations cause chaos. It is a frustrating game, but it does a perfect job of illustrating why supply chains struggle with demand variability. Number 1 is Factorio, the king of supply chain games. You start out with basic manual production, but as demand scales, you begin to realize you can't do everything by hand. The game forces you to automate production, optimize logistics, and find and weed out bottlenecks in your supply chain. If you don't plan ahead, things break down fast. It's basically either a supply chain manager's dream or nightmare, depending on how you play the game. So what'd you guys think? Did I miss anything? Leave a comment below if you think there's something that should have been on this list that I didn't include. Also, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.